Hello. Tonight we're going to make a Mediterranean grilled chicken uh, with a dill yogurt sauce. To go with that, we're going to make a Parmesan Farro and then a traditional Greek salad. So please join us for a Mediterranean style dinner. For this one, I'm going to use the 12-inch loaf. There's what they look like. Like catfish, got nice crust. Yeah, so tonight's dish, the Mediterranean grilled chicken, I got from Susie over at the Mediterranean Dish website. It sounded really, really good, and I'm trying to be a lot healthier this year. Doctor's been fussing, and anyhow, long story short, it's just trying to be a lot healthier this year. But sounded like something I really wanted to give a try, so I snagged that recipe up along with the traditional Greek salad. So both of those recipes are going to come from her website. Um, Probably some more in the future also. So we're going to get started making the marinade for the chicken first. And as soon as I get some of my prep work stuff done, spare you of that this time. Mostly a lot of crushing of garlic and slicing of onion. Then we'll start assembling the marinade and putting this together and getting the chicken marinating. Okay, I've got to make seasoning blend, and I'm mixing it up just a little bit. But she's got half a teaspoon of paprika. I'm using a quarter teaspoon of paprika and quarter teaspoon of smoked paprika. And then we're going to cook it over a fire too, so just try to give it a little bit of extra flavors. And then after that, kind of following along with everything else of hers, half a teaspoon of ground nutmeg, and half a teaspoon of cardamom. That's going to be our spice blend for the chicken. Mix that up a little bit. Yep. Alright, so I've got my prep work done. I've got a whole red onion diced up, sliced up fairly thin, and 10 cloves of garlic minced up, and then my little seasoning blend that we just made. So what I'm going to do is put myself a little drizzle of olive oil in my pan here where we're going to marinate the chicken. And I'm going to put half of a lemon juice in on that. I'm not so worried about the seed. Well, I wasn't expecting that many of them. Alright. And then get my chicken. So this is some bone-in chicken. There was skin on, but I trimmed the skin and as much fat off as I could. So we're going to, let's see here, flip these little dudes over. I don't guess it really has mattered, but I always wind up putting them in the pan right side up. I'm going to drizzle a little olive oil on them also. Good enough. And season them pretty well here. I really do think that this will be a good base camp recipe. It's started off as just grilled chicken, so. Alright, save the rest for the top. Sprinkle the onions down on the bottom here. Save a little bit for the top. Just lay my chicken down in here to marinate. Okay. Get that out of the way. Watch me step right into that now. And sprinkle a little more olive oil over the top of these. Rest of the lemon. Quite a bit of the garlic on each one of these. Okay. Rest of our seasoning. Oh, the little tent did well with the windstorm the other night. I was pretty worried about it since most of our storms come overnight. But it held up really good. Alright, so they're all seasoned now, and then I'm going to put the remainder of the onions over top of them. It is a little after 2, and we want to eat around 6. So these guys are going to marinate in here in the cooler now for 5 hours? Not 5 hours, 3 hours, which should be pretty good. And then we'll make our yogurt sauce, and then the farro and the salad and everything else. Okay, so I've got my fire started, maybe a little early or not, I don't know, but I'm trying to build up a good base of coals too beforehand. So after this couple days ago rain that we had, just want to give myself an extra start on it. I'm going to reduce her quantity of sauce, mostly because we don't use a lot of sauce. So I'm just going to try to have it as best I could based on the ingredients I have, and kind of ballpark it should be enough for what we use. So I've got just one little container of the Oiko's plain yogurt, Greek yogurt. I think this is 5.3 ounces, and her recipe calls for a cup and a half, so just going to kind of wing it based off of this. And I guess I should have got a spoon ready. It wouldn't be me if I wasn't only half organized. And I've got a full clove of garlic here. That I minced up really fine. Mix that in there. Grab it all. Put that off to the side. Throw you in the trash. I need to get some dip. Oh. I guess I'm going to need that cutting board again. Oh, there it is. Got half of a little lime here. Hopefully I don't drop a bunch of seeds in it. Just a teeny pinch of cayenne pepper. And there it is. A little kosher salt. Oops. It's going to be about half a cup of fresh dill, and I am not real good at guessing these things, so how about one more sprig, and yeah. Stems out of there. olive oil I gotta put in there too. That's pretty. And it's going to be about half of a tablespoon. I'm going to make sure I'm right. Yep, half of a tablespoon-ish. So, yeah, that'll be good. And that's it for our dill sauce. So let's see here. Right this way. Hopefully that shows up. If not, maybe that way. And there's of course the lawnmowers. And this camera does not have a viewfinder, so it's alright, so I'm gonna put this in the cooler. Yeah, that's gonna be good. Yeah, that's good. Alright, well, just know that I covered it up and I put it in the cooler. It's getting hot. Okay, so I decided to cook the farro out here over top of the wood fire. I was originally going to do it in the inside the tent on the Coleman stove, but short of all the lawnmowers going, I just it's too nice of an evening to spend it in there, and then I would have to run back and forth to check on the farro and cook the chicken. So I'm going to just do it all out here over top of the wood stove, wood fire. And so I've got right now just an onion and some olive oil. I'm going to soften the onion up some, and then add some garlic. Before adding the chicken broth and the farro. Alright, so I'm going to toss a cup and a half or so of farro in here. Let that toast. For a few minutes. Also, add 2 cloves of garlic, which I just minced up. My hands are full. So we'll toast that up a few minutes and add some chicken broth to it. Bring it to a boil, then push it off to the side, let it simmer. While it's simmering, then we'll start cooking the chicken. That's not going to take too long, a couple minutes. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 cups of chicken broth. And 1 cup of water. Cup of water. Okay. Oops, I forgot my glove. I don't know how well you can see it, but it is steaming some off the side of the rim there. So I am pretty sure it is boiling now. Not a really high rise rapid boil, but it is boiling just the same. So we're going to stir this up. And then move it over here where it'll simmer better. What I did was, after I raked out the coals, I got some smaller sticks that were really dry, catch on fire really fast, and put them underneath there so it'll get a flame directly underneath the pot, bring it up to a boil faster. But I'm going to let that die down a little bit now, and then drag out the chicken, and we'll get the chicken started. Okay, so fixing to put the chicken on. What I'm going to do beforehand, though, just to help keep it from sticking some, put a little light coat of oil here on the grilling surface. Alright, now I'll go get the chicken. Alright. You have to smell these little guys. For the most part, all the little onions and stuff are, they'll probably That's what's left of the marinade. So we'll grill them. They're bone in, so we'll grill them, give or take, about half an hour. I'm going to try to let them go 10-12 minutes, flip them another 10-12 minutes, and then, you know. The wife has decided that we're going to save the last of the little marinade, mostly the onions. I've got a little skillet of olive oil and the onions heating up in that, and she just wants it for an additional sweated down caramelized red onions to go with it. So we're going to give that a try. Chicken, you can just hear it. It's sizzling away nicely. Should probably find a better spoon rest than the hot grill. Barley is doing well. Over there a little bit more. Yeah, this meal's coming along pretty good. Things to do to the farro is I'm going to add the cheese that we sliced up earlier, that we grated up earlier, and save back just a little bit for a topping. Fresh cut parsley. And a little salt and pepper. I'm going to go really light on the salt because of the cheese. Blend that all together. Oh, that looks really good. And push it off to the side there. So there we have it. We got some caramelized onions. I'm going to put it over there. Our Mediterranean chicken. Which one you want? Or how?
I want that one, I think.
Okay. That one.
We'll just start with
There's that.
Okay.
Here's your farro.
Okay. Really.
Here. And let's see here. Perfect. Want a little more tomato?
Yes.
There you go.
Good. Thank you. Oops. No. I have 2 knives and no fork.
Oh. Oops, sorry about that.
That's okay.
I'll get you one.
I could just...
Here, here's this one. And then I'll get my own in a minute.
Okay.
So I want to... Oh, I didn't turn that around. I want to show you the salad because I didn't get a chance to when we were making it. So it's pretty simple, really. Bell pepper, cucumber, tomato, some olives, red onion, and some feta cheese. Haven't sat down all day. So let's see how the salad turned out first. Little olive oil and some red wine vinegar. The little cheese crumbles is not going to let you stab it with a fork. So it's becoming its own little crumble. That's good though. Yeah, that's really good.
Very good.
Yeah. See how the farro turned out. Well, that's good. That's good. You probably want salt on it. It's right there.
I'll get it.
Okay. Yeah. I like the nutty flavor of farro and then the chewy texture. It kind of reminds me of barley, but similar but different, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's really good. And let you know about the chicken now. Runaway farro. Done all the way through. Oh crap.
Oh, yeah.
Told you earlier, we're not sauce people, so I forget about them. But
What's that for?
the chicken.
Oh.
It goes with the chicken. Yeah, thank you. So I'm gonna spoon a little bit on my chicken.
Okay. Can I just use your spoon?
Well, yeah, you can.
Oh, thank you.
Now, let's give it a try all over again.
There's your spoon.
Apparently I'm making a mess with it.
You want milk?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so sorry.
That was good.
That's why I
That was really
shaved
good.
mine.
Mm-hmm. And that's still nice and juicy. I like that yogurt dill sauce.
I'd use that for a veggie dip.
So thank you for for hanging out with us this afternoon, for accompanying us on our little trip to the Mediterranean foods, which I think are going to be a great camping meal. And we'll see you next time. That's what I'll do.